Probably I should do the Bakerlon ones. I probably should do like from the start, from where I had shit. I've done this one. I know I've done this one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've done this one. Okay. Have I done this one? No, I have not. I've started it, but I didn't finish it. Maybe I should do the gypsum one. Oh, this is hard. This one. Oh, okay, I know which one this one is. Okay, that's the birthday one. Okay. You know what? We'll do the Egyptian one because I haven't touched it. We'll start from here, shall we? And we'll do the Egyptian cards. Or Egyptian Bakerlon or the one Artem one I have. Ooh, or I could do one of the anniversary cards. Which ones were the anniversary? I only got one anniversary card, which is Luke's. I don't think I should do that one though. Oh no, I got two. No. This card was the... No. Is this the ring one? I'm pretty sure I've done... Yeah, I've done this one because I remember the comb.
结发同心，以书为礼，这就是我对你的心意。
I remember this comb. Okay. That was the first anniversary. The second anniversary I got Luke. So whenever third comes out, I'll be choosing between Artem or Vin. To be honest. Oh gosh. Alright. I'll do Bakerlon just because I got all their cards, so I can just do it one sweep through, and that'll be fine. So let's start with Artem, shall we? Oh gosh, okay. Let's do this one, shall we? Grey clouds hang over France City. They are seemingly waiting for the rain that never comes. Getting off the bus, a chilling gust of wind makes you shudder. You glance around, carefully identifying the building signs around you and confirming the location. Yeah, this is the agreed upon location in the information broker's letter. I'm a little early though. There's more than half an hour left. There's a newsstand over there. Perfect. I'll buy a newspaper and wait for him. With the rise of journalism and commercial newspapers, it's common for people in France City to buy and read newspapers, chatting about the latest news. At some point, any major or minor news will be published in the newspaper. Whether it's Mr. Brown's fierce dog going round to bite people, or soldiers bullying the elderlies in the streets after the war, or the workers risking their lives to sue a factory owner. And today's headline on the front page is about another member of the journalism committee has been assassinated.
这是第几个被黑鼠组织暗杀的报刊委员会主编了？他们的主编现在还有活人吗？
Oh my gosh. I love the Bakerlon event. Well, maybe because it was like based in London. Maybe, and I went to the offline event, so I had more memories for this event. After buying the newspaper, you hear several people on the side of the road having a heated discussion. The Wicked Rats are a notorious criminal organization that has emerged in France City in recent years. They resort to violent methods to expand their influence, most of which are extremely cruel and vicious. They will burn, kill, and rob anyone.
听说还剩一个叫山姆的，运气好藏起来没有被发现，黑市现在正在到处悬赏他的信息呢。
依我看，我们英明勇敢的治安队是拿这些极端恶徒一点办法都没有。
哦，我可怜的女儿，她几乎要忘记弗朗士夜晚的大街长什么样子了。
没办法，战火清洗后的弗朗士早就不是当年的样貌了。
如果咱们弗朗士的英雄，自由时事评论员天平还活着就好了。可惜，
The justice that the stranger mentions catches your attention. Justice.
半年前那场抓捕黑鼠的行动出了意外，闹得满城轰动。据说，天平只是暗中配合治安队的计划，结果治安队没抓到最关键的头目，还让天平出了事。天平的死真是太令人遗憾了。瞧瞧这些绝望的新闻，没有天平在，我们的正义由谁来伸张呢？
You cast your eyes over the unfurled newspaper in front of you, trying to hide your inner turmoil. Freelance commentator Justice has been a voice of injustice in France City. He surpassed the limits of media and embarked on dangerous investigations. He attacks old loopholes and malpractices from a legal perspective. Justice's reporting and expose during France City's turbulent years helped bring clarity to many systems and policies. Gradually, Justice not only became a role model in the media, but also a heroic symbol in the hearts of the France City citizens. But there are still doubts and speculations in your mind about Justice. Whether is the purpose of your meeting with the mysterious information broker, which is the purpose. You choose to work in this industry because you admired Justice. After working in the media for a few years, you don't want to follow in Justice's footsteps. Instead, you want to carry on what Justice failed to accomplish. You've come up with a general plan for what comes next, and all you need is an answer from this information broker. It's almost time. You put away the newspaper and pull a wrapped rose from your bag, its petals still wet with rainwater. The rose is a token of the agreement between you and the information broker. With this rose, you will be recognized immediately. Suddenly, you feel something dripping on your head, which is promptly followed by a curtain of crashing rain. Oh no! I made sure I got everything when I left, but not an umbrella. How frustrating. Whenever I bring my umbrella, it doesn't rain, and if I don't, it pours. That always happens to me. Every time I'm like, oh, it's not gonna rain. It doesn't say it's gonna rain. I'll go out. It rains. Oh man. I remember getting soaked in rain before. I hate it. The crowd of people heads towards the next station to take shelter from the rain. You burst into a small jog as well. Holding the rose in one hand and the newspaper over your head in the other, you hope your clothes aren't too soaked from the rain. However, after running for a bit, you suddenly hear someone shouting in the distance.
小心！
You subconsciously turn your head, and almost at the same time, a car seems to skid out of control, hurtling towards you. At that moment, your mind goes blank as your instincts take over to avoid danger. By the time you realize it, you are hiding behind the street light railing, and the car crashes into the trash cans with a loud bang. The trash cans are crushed in an instant, thrusting the brown painted cans to reveal sharp pieces of broken metal. Garbage and debris are scattered all around, which becomes even more obscene in the rain. A few crows circle above and call, as if their meal has been disturbed. My gosh. Phew. What's with that car? At that moment, several people get out of the black car. They open the back door while holding an umbrella for the young blonde man that steps out. The young blonde man looks around for a moment, then walks towards you.
真是很抱歉，这位小姐，
You're the broker?
我那不长眼的司机刹车的时候打滑，差点撞到你。你没事？
Are you the broker? No, he's not. Despite the young man's concern, his eyes are chilling. There is no smile in his eyes and no guilt in his tone. I'm fine. You don't know if it's your imagination, but ever since you started investigating the wicked rats, strange accidents has been happening around you. Oh, are we being targeted? Yo, are we being targeted? Hey, yo. No. Don't want that yet. Nuh-uh. Come to think of it, the car drove right at you like all those weird incidents in the past. You can't help but be wary, not saying anything else. You turn to head to a place with more people. However, the young man quickly stops you with a stiff smile on his face, speaking in a quicker tone. He seemed to be in a hurry.
这位小姐，我叫比尔。
Miss, my name is Bill.
看你伤得不轻，走吧，我带你去找个医生。
I don't trust you. No, I'm fine. I'm not hurt. Your answer, however, does not matter to him. With a raise of his hand, men in black clothes surround you. Uh-oh, we're getting kidnapped, fuck. What are you guys doing? The young man ignores your cries and moves in, without anywhere to retreat. You can only watch as he grabs you. Just then, a voice in a somewhat threatening tone stops the young man's actions.
比尔，你可不要怠慢了我的客人。毕竟，这是我的底线。
You couldn't help but stare at the source of the voice. A person stands in a long black trench coat, holding a black umbrella. Yeah, the sax is going off in the background. Oh. Under the umbrella is a pair of deep azure eyes, a color that France City has not seen in a long time. He walks steadily towards you, step by step, through the rain of Ring Avenue as if no one is watching. All of a sudden, the nearby crows flutter up from beside him as if frightened.
对不起，让你久等了。
The low and gentle voice seemed to send waves of warmth that dissipate the tension in your body.
最近天气阴晴不定，淋了雨，恐怕会让心情更糟糕。下次见面，可不要忘记带伞。
As he says that, he holds the umbrella over you. The cold rainwater no longer splashes on your body. A look of concern flashes across the face of the man standing before you and disappears before you can react.
不介意的话，和我共撑一把伞吧，怎么样？不用害怕，我虽然不是什么好人，但也绝非趁火打劫的歹徒。
The man's face is calm and indifferent, his body exuding an unusual temperament, his face dignified. But what he says communicates respect, making you feel comfortable and unable to refuse. In any case, he is the only one who can save you from this dangerous situation at the moment. Thus, you wipe the rainwater from your face and respond quickly. Thank you very much. I don't mind at all. You came to our rescue. With a slight nod, he takes another small step towards you. His umbrella, whether intentional or not, happens to block Bill's hand. Just then, you recall what the man in the black trench coat just said. Client, and sorry to keep you waiting. Could he be the information broker? You release the rose token that has been tightly clutched in your hands, then gently touch the soaked petals. After the accident, the rose had been battered by the rain. Boy, the rose didn't stand a chance in this merciless rain.
坎坷，也是一种磨练。经历风雨的蔷薇花，有它独特的魅力。
Even though he appears to be describing roses, you can tell there's a hidden meaning behind his poetic words. And after saying that, he gives you a long look. You're glad he's doing what you mentioned in the letter, to start a conversation about the token to confirm each other's identity. So you like roses a lot. Then we... However, before you can finish, Bill, who is ignored the whole time, interrupts.
这就是你的底线。他居然是你左然的客人，什么时候的事？
The young man is surprised, but that is just a cover to hide his cruel intentions. The information broker's name is Artem? What a unique name. In response to the young man's questions, Artem only nods slightly. His eyes are heavy, with no unnecessary movement, his expression as cold as ever.
如果没有其他事情，现在我要带他离开了。
I love Artemis. The short response is delivered in a forceful manner, leaving no room for negotiation. The man seems uninterested in Bill's last question, choosing to ignore it. Sensing the silence, Artem adds on, as if out of politeness.
怎么了？还是说你们之间有什么误会？
Artem's tone is cold. Hearing this, the fake smile appears on the young man's face.
既然他是你左然的客人，是不是误会就不重要了。那就祝你们交易愉快。
With that, the young man throws a glance before he leaves. The cold light in his eyes seems to penetrate you, reflecting his reluctance to leave. Watching as he and his men leave, you secretly wonder if they are related to the wicked rats. Just then, a voice brings you back to your senses.
跟我来，这里谈生意不方便。
Okay. We're going into the next act. We'll just speed run this one. What time is it? Oh, I've been at this for 3 hours, man. Oh, man. Probably I should stop. I'll do the others next time I stream this game. You tried countless methods and placed tremendous effort to get the contact information of the best information broker in France City. There are mysterious rumors surrounding this broker, and he possesses a wealth of information about everything there is to know about France City. Up until now, the clients of this information broker all have the same thing to say about him. He is cold and cunning. But that doesn't seem particularly accurate, given how he just rescued me and the tone of his voice. Artem shares an umbrella with you the whole way. You make several left and right turns before arriving at a small tavern named Sword. From the outside, there is nothing spectacular about the small, humble tavern. Artem leads you inside. The rain outside has turned into a drizzle, looking like it might stop at any moment. Before closing the door, you notice Artem flipping over the open for business sign. He is very cautious. Thinking of this, your nose suddenly feels itchy as you let out a sneeze. Did I catch a cold? You look for a handkerchief from your bag to dry your hair, but a white towel is given to you.
用这个吧。
Ooh. You freeze for a moment. You look up and realize it is Artem handing you the towel. The expression on his face remains indifferent, but his words give off the illusion that he is a gentleman. You immediately put that thought in the back of your mind. The rain must have done a number on you, clouding your thoughts. You quickly take the towel. Thank you. It wouldn't be apt to describe this cold and cunning information broker as gentle, but he's different from what the rumors say about him. Just then, a woman walks down the stairs. Dressed like a waitress, she looks at you guys in surprise.
瞧瞧，多么稀奇！这还是第一次见到佐然这么主动关心别人呢。
Oh, are we the first? Huh?
翟星，
Oh, it's
他是我的客
Celestine!
人。
你的客人数不胜数，
Damn, I wish we could have
我
seen the
倒是只
outfit of
见过你对他一
Celestine.
个人
I
如
wanted
此
to
特
see
殊。
that. Oh man. Now I just have to imagine. Now I just have to imagine
眼睛所
Celestine
见
in the outfit.
并不一定是事实。
Artem seems to notice your shocked expression, adding,
客人感冒会影响状态，状态不好会影响生意。
Well, I'm in tip-top shape and I'm ready to talk for business.
现在不急，
Whew. You nod, focusing as much as you can on drying your hair but unable to keep your surprise. Bleh. What a strange information broker. You and Artem sit at the bar, preparing to start negotiations. A cup of hot water is placed before you. On this rainy night, as media personnel, you are sipping boiled water in a tavern and exchanging information with a cunning information broker whom you've worked so hard to find. These situations, which seem normal individually, are incredible with happening at the same time.
正式自我介绍一下，我叫佐然，是一名情报商。翟星是助手，不用避讳。
Celeste takes a beer glass, skillfully and carefully wiping it. When she hears her name mentioned, she looks up and smiles at you. Hello, my name is Kyu-B.
这是我们的第一次交易，为了避免不愉快的事情发生，有些话我需要先讲清楚。
Certainly, please go on.
与我交易，有2件事不可触碰：一是底线，二是原则。我决定接下的生意不能随便被其他客人破坏，这是底线。
I recall Artem using the word threshold when talking to Bill. No wonder Bill was so furious that he couldn't speak. Artem won't give preferential treatment to his clients, whether they're good or bad. Then Artem continues.
而我的原则，则是在交易并未完成期间，客人之间互不侵犯彼此的生命安全。否则，我有权利结束未完成的交易。当然，报酬要付双倍。
Damn. So this is the real face of the information broker. Artem's rules are all in place to ensure the transactions proceed smoothly. Understood. I can abide by those 2 rules.
希望如此。毕竟你能透过层层探访、暗中调查，最终得到我的联络方式。某种角度上讲，你的水平不错，是值得进行交易的人选。
You tense up instantly. He even knows how I got his contact information? However, Artem doesn't give you any time to react as he continues speaking.
那么我们进入正题。你想知道什么情报，以及打算用什么交换？
There's only one thing I wish to know. Is Justice, the freelance current affairs commentator, dead or alive. Upon hearing this, the information broker is taken aback, probably surprised that you would ask for such information.
这还真是奇怪的问题，请允许我这样形容。要知道，弗朗士几乎无人不知，天平早已死在了半年前那场抓捕黑鼠的行动中。而你千方百计找我，却是要交易这样一条几乎毫无疑义的情报。我能问问为什么吗？
Of course, I can tell you the reason. After the incident 6 months ago, I started investigating the wicked rats and read up on everything about them. However, in the details of those reports, I always detected faint traces of justice. You deliberately paused at this point to observe Artem's reaction. But he seems adept at controlling his emotions. His gaze wanders for a brief moment, but nothing else is out of the ordinary. You continue. So I venture to guess that maybe Justice is still alive, or maybe there are others like Justice, like me, who are secretly investigating. In any case, Justice is very important to me. If I can confirm that Justice is still alive, I'm willing to work with him. Otherwise, I will continue to investigate the matter on my own terms and fulfill Justice's dying wish. Artem falls silent for a moment, a look of confusion in his eyes.
你的话听上去让我觉得，你好像很了解天平。天平是你什么人？为什么你这么在乎他的生死，甚至提出想配合行动？
Anticipating these questions, you came prepared, racking your brain to make up a white lie. This is a lie you come up with? Really, Rosa? Really? Because I'm Justice's girlfriend? What? That's the lie you come up with? Okay, that reaction just sold it. He's the one that's named... He's the Justice. He's... I can't believe... Artem, who had been drinking water, starts choking. My gosh. He looks up at you in shock. The first time he has shown such visible emotion.
你说什么？
He's like, what? What?
女朋友。
He was listening, like, oh, girlfriend? I'm pretty sure she knows. I'm pretty sure Artem is Justice. So he's like, what the? You realize Celestine also looks startled, almost dropping the beer glass in her hands.
你是他的女朋友，我没听错吧？
Yes? Why are you running with this lie? I'm terribly sorry. I accidentally revealed such important information while bartering. In the process of obtaining the contact information of this information broker, you heard the vague mention that Justice was a man, so you deliberately used this as a cover. Whether the information broker contradicts it or not, you can get more information from him, maybe even confirming if he knows Justice. Hopefully this smoke bomb you prepared in advance will work. It definitely blindsided him, that's for sure. However, he seems to think of something that calms him and expression returns to normal.
抱歉，这实在令人震惊。毕竟，
Are you gonna say?
根据我的情报，天平并没有女朋友。
'Cause you are him?
所以，如果你要用这个来进行交易，恐怕行不通。
Huh? You know Justice?
有些情报并不需要认识。
So that means you acquired the information, right? Well, you're not Justice, and if you don't know him well, how can you be sure he doesn't have a girlfriend? Artem falls silent, not responding, but there is no sign of surrender in his expression. The gaze from his azure eyes resembles the clear blue sky, revealing every thought. What a cunning information broker. You worry that if you hold out any longer, he'll just pull the plug on the transaction, and you are desperate for information on justice. So just in case, you decide to show a hand. Fine then, I'll have to pull out my ace. I have the details of the wicked rat's next target. His name is Sam Ryber, right? Seeing the subtle change in Artem's expression, you know that this information can be used in the transaction. I looked into him. Not only is he the last surviving editor-in-chief of the journalism committee, but he's also one of the central figures who came up with the plan to arrest the wicked rats. However, Sam has gone missing for quite some time. Neither the people nor want to kill or protect him can find him. You look into Artem's eyes, confident about your bargaining chip. Maybe I was lucky. I acquired his contact information, contacted him, and verified that it was him indeed. If justice is really gone, I'll resume my investigation, starting with Sam. Well, can I use this information as payment? Artem seems surprised that you have this information.
没想到，你居然是有备而来。这个情报的确很有交易的价值。那么我可以告诉你。
Artem pauses for a moment, as if hesitating, but there is some reluctance.
天平的确已经死了。
He's dead, okay. Is that so? At that moment, you don't know what kind of expression you have on your face, but seems to take the information broker by surprise. He seems puzzled. You don't want to explain, nor are you in the mood. You give him Sam's contact information on a piece of paper and hurry out of the tavern. It's been a long time since you walked alone on the streets of France City at night. The rain has stopped, but that does nothing for the heavy feeling in your heart. Justice is dead. How many times have you heard that phrase in the past 6 months? You were so close to accepting that as the truth when you found a glimmer of hope that justice was still alive. But now that hope vanished as well. You didn't tell the information broker how important justice was to you, and it wasn't just some lip service. Forget it. Now that I've confirmed it for myself, there's no use thinking about it anymore. The most important thing now is to come up with a subsequent plan and finish what justice started. But at the same time, doubt rises in your heart again. Just before leaving, Artem suddenly calls out to you.
等等，你最近你多注意自己的安全，不要贸然行动。
His words leave you puzzled. Looking back from your first encounter to the negotiations, there are details that make you feel... Ever since you mentioned justice, Artem's concern for you seemed to extend beyond his capacity as an information broker. Or perhaps he exhibited behaviors that weren't consistent with the rumors about him. Is there something else he wants from me? Just then, you feel that something is wrong. It was a little too quiet. You subconsciously pick up the pace and head toward the main street. That was careless of me. I should have finished and come out sooner. There have been dangerous things happening around me recently. What if... Just then, you hear hurried footsteps in the distance, followed by an anxious voice.
蹲下！
What? Your instincts take over as you duck subconsciously. Oh my god, we're fucking hunted. The sound of gunfire erupts, followed by something flying over your head. Who? After ducking, you don't dare move. Your body feels stiff and your mind goes blank. Doubts swirl around inside your mind. You cannot answer them, nor can you think. Suddenly, a familiar presence rushes over to grab you without hesitation, pulling you into a corner.
跟我来。
You glance instinctively at your saver. Artem? What are you doing here? Artem looks back warily at first. Several people seem to be running in this direction.
没时间解释，他们很快就会追来。配合我演戏，骗过他们，你才有活命的机会。
Artem speaks quickly and you nod nervously, immediately understanding what he means. Okay, but how? But before you can understand the situation, several men in black catch up to you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Your nerves tense up. The men in pursuit, guns in hand, are panting slightly with fierce gazes locked on you and Artem. Not only that, these guys are somewhat familiar.
哦，这还真是巧了。
With that, the men make way for the sound behind them. You are taken aback when you see the familiar face. Bill, aren't these the guys that almost ran me over this morning? Bill stares intently at Artem, his eyes dejected, as if trying to contain his inner emotions.
尊敬的佐然先生，请问这是什么意思？你们的交易应该已经结束了。既然如此，就请不要妨碍我们的任务。
如果交易已经结束，我何必多此一举追过来？
哦，那我倒是想听听，究竟他有什么交易还没结束？
这就关系到我的私事了。
Artem throws you a look, which seems to contain profound meaning.
他要向我还清欠下的债务，交易才算完成。
But Bill doesn't seem to be convinced. He tilts his head, his eyes still cold and murderous.
佐然，别太高估自己。有些事不止情报商能查到，我们也可以。他只是一个普普通通的、跟你没什么关系的评论员，究竟能欠你什么债？
They looked into me?
不如这样。 双方各退一步，我可以和你再做个交易。他欠你的债我们来还，而你把他交给我们，怎么样？
In a panic, you don't know what expression to show and what actions to take at this moment. The next second, however, Artem smiles, not showing any signs of panic. He slowly raises his hand and strokes the hair on the side of your head. The voice is low, with a tenderness that anyone can hear. And you hear this.
怕了？刚刚怎么不知道怕？还想跑吗？
That seems to be a casual question. However, Artem turns around to look at Bill without waiting for you to answer.
那这个交易恐怕做不成。
什么意思？
他欠我的债，你们可还不起。不，恐怕整个弗朗市也没人能还得起。
Oh?
因为他欠了我一笔很大的
Ayo?
情债。
Oh my gosh! He just did that! He did that! Ah! With that, Artem extends his hand to cup the back of your head. Ayo! I wasn't expecting that! Then he tilts his head and leans over, enveloping your entire body into his embrace. Damn it, look like a... His warm breath brushes your ears, but that doesn't last very long. Artem's lips stop halfway between the corner of your mouth and cheek. The next second, you hear an imperceptible sound.
退货。装作我们在亲吻的样子。
Why can't we actually be? Okay. Cooperating with Artem, knowing fully well what he means. Artem temporarily thought up this ruse to protect you, at the same time wanting to respect your feelings. Damn it, not really. And with this fake kiss, Bill won't have any excuse to take you away. You have mixed feelings. Suddenly, you feel that Artem, so close to you, is not some cold and cunning information broker. The person before you feels eerily similar to Justice, who may seem cold on the outside, but is actually an attentive gentleman. Because he is Justice. He is. Oh my god, I'm fangirling way too hard, man. Oh, Artem releases you after some time and pretends to catch his breath. You quickly look down, your cheeks already burning. You don't know if it's a reaction from cooperating with Artem or other reasons.
或许我们应该回去再继续。
You lift your head slightly, thinking that his words are directed at you. However, you realize that he is actually facing Bill. Bill curses a few times, seemingly let off steam.
这可真是没想到。行，那就这样。既然这是你左然的女人，就请你管好她，别让她在外面再惹事。否则，左然先生，如果我们任务过程中不小心走火，恐怕负不了责任。
Bill speaks angrily before turning around and leading his men away. Your heart doesn't feel reassured until their figures disappear in the distance. They're finally gone. That scared me. Artem distances himself from you, then looks away, not meeting your gaze for some reason.
刚刚有些冒犯了。
Oh, he's blushing! He's blushing! Oh my gosh. I apologize. I
但如
don't
果不这么做，
apologize. I
他
was
们不
so
会轻易离开。
fine. Oh, it's fine. You can do that anytime. It's fine. I understand. Thank you for coming to my rescue. But can you tell me why you're here? This doesn't sound like the sort of thing a cold and cunning information broker would do. Don't tell me it's because of your principles. We've already concluded our transaction.
我们换个地方说话。
Okay. We back here. When you and Artem return to the tavern, Celestine gives you guys a long look.
啊，我说某人怎么刚刚忽然甩下一句“不对，他有危险”，然后什么都不解释，就急忙冲出去了。
Damn, he just went out.
上帝作证，原来他是去英雄救美。
So he rushed there to rescue me?
不过，你们两人这是发生了什么？怎么好像气氛都不一样呢？
Artem remains expressionless. It seems he wants to dodge the question, walking over to have a drink of water. Celestine stares at you with interest, not knowing how to explain what happened. You quickly sit down next to Artem, pretending to be thirsty. Oh, the awkwardness.
都是这种反应，那一定是发生了什么让人脸红心跳的事。
After saying that, Celestine goes about her business with a smile. You look at Artem, the fire of doubt igniting in your heart. Can you tell me why? Why did you go out of your way to save me? His hand, holding a cup of water, trembles slightly as Artem sighs gently. He then looks at you solemnly.
其实，天平还活着。
You gonna say your justice, huh? 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 What? Really? He's alive?
但是他不方便出面，我是他的合作对象，我们算是朋友。
You're still okay. You're still skirting around. You're still skirting around at your justice. You would not have had that reaction if, when Rosa said that she is Justice's girlfriend. You would not have been coughing and always like that. Nah, they would not. Okay.
而之前我没有如实告诉你，都是为了，
Artem stops all of a sudden. His eyes wander for a moment, as if deciding what to say. Were you testing me?
考验。对，没错，为了考验你。看来你已经改。
Oh shoot! Sorry, Artem. I'm sorry. Should have cut you off. I'm sorry. Artem sighs and explains the reason why.
一开始你毫无顾忌，直接提到了已经死了半年的天平，这很难不让我心生怀疑。我不确定你是不是黑鼠派来的人，想对我使诈，或是想套取其他情报，所以我没有轻易相信你。你离开之后，我忽然意识到，如果你说的都是事实，那你今晚落单，黑鼠绝对不会放过这个机会。于是我赶了出去，正好看到他们对你下杀手，也印证了我的猜测。幸好，我来得及救你。
Oh, my hero! Artem looks at you seriously, an apologetic look in his eyes, and you finally understand why the cold and cunning information broker was acting so abnormal. It's okay. It's not your fault. And, well, we're even. Because I'm not Justice's girlfriend either. If he blushes out of this, you know it's him. He
我知
knows.
道，
You notice a look of understanding in Artem's eyes. Before you can ask about it, something important comes to mind. Wait, you mentioned the Wicked Rats just now. Does that mean Bill and them are members of that organization?
对。不过根据我的接触和观察，他只能算是组织的一个小人物。
I see. So you're trying to figure out who the leader is through Bill?
你的反应很敏锐。没错。
Sorry, I keep cutting him off. I'm just so giddy. I'm still giddy from that scene from before. You can't help but admire Artem's mind and courage, but what he did was very dangerous. Anyway, test or not, I think it's good that you're so vigilant. Only then can you protect any information about justice.
你真的很在乎天平？
Of course. He's been the hero of Fran City. He must stay safe. By the way, since you've exchanged so much information, am I a part of your plan now? However, Artem's gentle expression is replaced with worry.
不，我以及我代表天平给你的建议是，不要再参与这件事了，更不要再调查跟黑鼠有关的事。平时的出行也。
You interrupt Artem as he tries to talk you out of it. Though I understand your concerns for my safety, the facts have been laid out. I've been on the Wicked Rats' radar ever since began this investigation. I doubt they would just let me go, even if I give up now. You recall the strange accidents that have happened to you recently, especially the near-death experience just now. It seems they are early warning signs. More importantly, I've already contacted Sam Ryber and scheduled a meeting in person tomorrow. It wasn't easy to gain his trust, and I don't think he'll have much to tell you without me there. After all, I'm the only one who knows where he is.
你
So, you see, even if I wanted to distance myself from this right now, I can't. And please believe that I'm not acting on impulse. I'll be careful. So let me work with you. Artem falls silent for a few seconds, then seems to reach a conclusion.
既然你这样说了，我也确实找不出其他理由拒绝你。
Yay, we partners. Great. By the way, if we become partners, will I get to meet Justice? A helpless expression emerges on Artem's face.
他还有别的事，我们一起行动就好。
Oh, I see. All right then. Justice really puts his trust in this information broker. Because probably they're the one and the same. Or because they're one and the same. It's so obvious, man. The next day, you and Artem head over to a secluded manor where you and Sam Ryber agree to meet. Upon entering, Sam gets up from a chair and greets the both of you. Although you explained in the telegram that Artem was your partner, Sam is still understandably wary of Artem's presence.
小姐你好，以及这位先生。
斯沃德，
Swadu. Artem responds coldly, which takes Sam aback, who nods in response.
斯沃德先生。
You realize Artem is cold and taciturn to outsiders. Those with poor mental constitution will probably be scared. Wait, now's not the time to be talking about this.
闲话不多说，我们直接进入正题吧。
好。
All of you settle down, and after verifying each other's identities, the conversation begins. You worry that Sam might be cautious, so you add. My partner is cautious, but that is so we can have a basis for mutual trust.
没关系，这样我也能放心。那我们就彼此坦诚些。你们肯定有很多问题想问我，你们先开始吧。
Sure. Well then, Mr. Ryber, can you tell us why the wicked rats have targeted you?
我们曾查探过，当初参与抓捕黑鼠计划的几方，不只有报刊委员会。但为什么他们一定要追杀你们，甚至不愿放过你们当中的任何一个？如果只因为你们放任各大媒体发布天平的揭露报道，恐怕并不足以让他们这么极端。
Upon hearing this, Sam lets out a sigh. Then he pulls out a silver safe box from under the chair where he was sitting.
这是我一直保管的，里面是关于黑鼠组织内部的各项资料，包括人员、资金、合作文件等等。这就是黑鼠追杀我们的原因，他们一直在找这个。当我听到黑鼠头目潜逃的消息，我就有预感，他们为了除掉后患，早晚会追杀到我头上。
Sam holds out onto the safe box, a troubled look on his face as he grabs his hair. You move on to the second question. Mr. Ryber, the fact that I was able to acquire information about you and even contact you, was that your intention? Sam looks at you, nodding calmly.
没错，小姐。当我发现除了已死的天平，居然还有人敢冒着危险继续调查，我就得想办法联络了。
No wonder.
而这也是我决定与你们见面的原因。我请求你们一定要想办法保护我。
Sam holds his head, his voice breaking.
我真的不想再过这种事。
Oh. No.
天夜晚不敢睡。
I keep accidentally hitting the cord every time I move. Fuck. Just gonna set down the iPad, leave it down. I'm not touching anything. I'm not gonna touch the cord. I won't move. Oh my gosh. Okay.
这哪里是人过的日子啊？
Mr. River. Just when you don't know how to respond, Artem takes a step forward, thinking for a moment before speaking in a low voice.
既然如此，保险起见，我需要再问你一个问题。
Next act. Okay, I'm so cautious now, man. I need to get a new cable, man. Ugh. If I keep knocking into this cable, it's so bad. Hearing that, Sam freezes for a moment, then quickly nods.
当然可以，随便问，问什么我都会回答。
Artem stares into Sam's eyes as if interrogating him, or perhaps it is simply to observe him.
为什么这么重要的文件，你不交给治安队，寻求他们的保护？
治安队。
Sam snorts coldly, acting a little agitated. It seems something Artem said has made him very angry.
提起这个，我的肺都要气炸了。我根本不相信什么治安队。
Oh? Sam can't help but curse.
抱歉，两位，我实在控制不住内心的愤怒。这么说吧，如果治安队有能力为我们提供帮助，那为什么那些主编，我可怜的老友们，明明就是在治安队的保护之下，还能被暗杀身亡？
Oh, true.
所以，我根本就不相信弗朗西的治安队了。我不想死，关键我不能交给任何人。只要他们在我的手里，就能保我的命。现在我谁都不信，我只能拜托你们，能帮助我的就只有你们了。我恳求你们，一定要想办法救救我。
Ooh. Sam pleads with his heart, his eyes filled with despair, as if you and Artem are his last lifeline. Artem doesn't respond, so you can't say anything rash. You look at Artem, wondering if he and Justice discussed what the response plan was for such a situation. Lost in thought, Artem frowns slightly as he looks between Sam and the safe box. He then speaks slowly, as if he finally thought of something. Sam looks up at him.
如果是这样，我想到了一个办法，可以完成你的请求。
真的吗？请告诉我是什么？
既然黑鼠在追杀你，你又不想过这种躲躲藏藏的生活，
Artem's eyes look in your direction.
不如我们干脆换种思路，利用他们想得知的消息，反过来对付他们。
Use what they want?
我忘了告诉你，其实比尔跟我的交易，就是关于山姆的消息。
Sam looks at the two of you with a startled, dazed expression, watching Artem as he continues speaking.
总之，我们会制定一个谨慎的计划，通过散播你的消息，故意引黑鼠上钩。
If we're cautious enough, it just might work.
好啊，那我需要做些什么？
Artem thinks for a moment, falling quiet for some reason.
你的话，只要到时候全力配合我们，假装什么事都没有发生，就足够。不过你放心，在计划开始前和开始后，我都会找人保护你的安全。
好的，那就拜托你们了，真的万分感谢。
Sam seems excited, as if he finally sees a glimmer of hope, thanking you guys repeatedly. The plan is going well, but the moment Artem turns around to leave, you notice a heavy expression on his face. Oh, we back at the tavern. The sound of rain in the middle of the night awakens you from slumber. Am I just sleeping in the tavern? For the past few days, out of safety concerns, you've been staying at Artem's tavern. But you've been sleeping lightly, not having gotten used to the unfamiliar space. Oh my gosh, it's thundering as well. Nah. Why is the rain coming down harder? Guess I won't be getting any sleep tonight. Frustrated, you get out of bed and head downstairs looking for some hot water. However, much to your surprise, you arrive downstairs to see Artem staring out the window at the rain. Artem? He doesn't respond. It seems like he heard your voice, but he's too immersed in his own thoughts to respond. The place where Artem stands is the dim corner of the room. It is stormy outside, and a faint light peers through the window in front of Artem. He looks like a silent and tenacious traveler in the dark night, stopping for a brief moment after a long journey. For some reason, his silhouette looks lonely. You then notice he hasn't changed into his pajamas. Not knowing how long he's been standing there, you can't help but approach him. Artem, why haven't you gone to bed?
我还不困，你怎么醒了？
He speaks lightly, his voice deep, but the contemplative look in his eyes makes you curious. It's nothing. I'm a light sleeper, so the rain woke me up. Are you here thinking about our plan? You seem to be in deep thought on our way back. Is there something wrong with the plan? Artem looks at you, not responding immediately. It is clear he's still thinking about something.
没什么，我只是习惯在计划开始前，将所有的细节在脑海中模拟一遍，一边看着雨，一边思索，这样更能让我冷静，保持清醒的状态。
I see. So it surprises me to know you have such a habit. Do you like the rain? Artem looks at you and smiles faintly.
不，其实我不喜欢雨，不喜欢下雨天，更不喜欢接触雨水。
Huh?
不过我还可以忍受。弗朗市的天气总是阴晴不定，只要经常带伞，就不会被雨淋到。
It's always cloudy and rainy, just like in frickin' London. Ah, man. Then, why does the rain calm you down if you hate it? Artem places his hand on the glass window. The rain beats irregularly on the window before it slowly drips down, obscuring the night view. It seems to be a silent sorrow pervading the silence.
雨天总是让人心情格外沉重。弗朗市经常下雨，我却从出生到现在都没有习惯它。因为我总觉得，那些无故承受不公、遭受苦难的人们，如果有什么天气能形容，恐怕只有雨天。
With that, Artem looks outside through the chilling rain as the memories flood back.
我见过很多人，了解、调查过很多关于他们的事。每当得知他们的悲惨命运时，我就总会觉得，好像是亲眼目睹了他们心中那场无处诉苦的哀痛之人。他们本不该有那样的遭遇。这并非同情或怜悯，而是基于事实。
My gosh, this is heavy. Artem, At this point, Artem looks at you, the sadness disappearing from his face.
然而，也正是雨天的这份沉重，让我可以更清醒。每当我看着雨，心中就会警醒自己，不要忘了曾经的理想。我还
Oh shoot, I accidentally cut you off. I'm sorry, Artem. You can't believe that's his reason. It's difficult to describe the mood you're feeling at this moment, except that Artem is similar to the justice in your mind. The obvious surprise in your eyes leaves Artem stunned. He then adds,
这也是我为什么会跟天平成为朋友，并一起合作的原因。毕竟我们有着相似的理想。
Something feels off. Could it be? You look at the side of his face, blurting something out casually. It's true that you are very similar to him. In my heart, the two of you are the ones braving through the storm, protecting the peace without regret or complaints. Do you agree? Artem freezes unexpectedly. Soon after, he asks a strange question.
其实，我一直都很好奇，你为什么对天平评价那么高，还那么在乎他？虽然他被弗朗士的人们称作什么英雄，但如果他真那么出色，就不会让黑鼠的隐藏头目逃走，甚至导致更多的人被暗杀了。
You hear the confusion mix into Artem's words. You look at him firmly, revealing the secret in your heart little by little. Artem, I just want to make one thing clear. Justice is very important to me. I cannot overstate that. Putting aside outside evaluation and praise, the real reason why I care so much about him, it stems from my own experience many years ago.
很多年前，
Artem turns to look at you, his eyes full of inquiry and expectation.
如果方便，可以详细说说吗？我很想听。
Okay. You look out the window at the rain, and the memories from that night many years ago flash in your mind. An evening that should have been filled with despair. On that day, many years ago, if Justice's thorough report hadn't been published in time in the major media outlets, what I would have discovered upon returning home would have been a mother who was fired from her job, lost her salary and dignity, nearly broke down and committed suicide. It was the report that Justice published, however, that shed light on the evil of a factory, which incited public outcry and caught the attention of the council. Later, the laid-off workers, including my mother, received compensation. I photographed them together, celebrating their happiness in experiencing justice and recovering their lost dignity. Maybe you're right. The failed operation on the wicked rats had dire consequences, but I dare say, the storm in France City will only get worse without justice. So from that day forth, there is only one objective to which I will work for the rest of my life, to become a freelance commentator. I wish to be like justice, to bring justice to injustice and darkness. Artem looks with surprise, as if your words have moved him. I do, however, want to do more than just follow in his footsteps. There is only one justice. No one can replace him. But I do believe that there must be something that only I can do. It makes me happy just to think that I can bring justice and a bright future to the people. I think maybe justice might have the same mentality. Artem gazes at you with azure eyes like the waves in the sea. It's the first time he's ever looked at you like that. It feels comforting, but also stirs up some emotions within you.
我想你说的对，天平应该是这样的心态。只要不公与黑暗通过他的调查报道而得到伸张，真正有所改变，那就是他最大的心愿，也是他应该做的。
His eyes became soft and deep, and there is an undescribable surprise in his words. Indescribable, that's true.
如果天平知道这个世界上有人和他拥有如此相似的理想，甚至不约而同调查了同一件事，处在了同一节点上，如果他知道自己并不是孤独一人在行动，我觉得他应该也会。
I'm sorry about it. I keep, I'm like, the pauses keep getting me. Ugh. Artem's emotions seem to rise spontaneously, taking you by surprise. A bold speculation overflows from your heart. Artem is exuding a temperament that only justice could possess, not something that a friend could cover up. Unfortunately, now is not the time to ascertain his identity. Once this is all over, you'll have more time to ask him. If you get the chance to speak with him, please also tell him. I would be happy to walk alongside justice.
好，我会告诉他。
As you look at Artem smile, you think if he really is justice, he must have a very important reason for keeping his identity a secret. Everyone has their own ideals or objectives to pursue. Even if it means hiding who you are, even if it means changing sides, things never change. His shocked face shows it. Artem is taken aback, his eyes wandering as he turns to the window, almost like he wants to count the raindrops. At this moment, he suddenly turns to look at you.
哪怕为此隐瞒真实身份，哪怕改变立场。
What is it? Artem doesn't respond, muttering things that you don't understand. It seems he's deep in thought. The rain continues for the whole night. Oh my gosh. Oh. After a few days, everyone reaches the train, carriage as planned, waiting for Sam's arrival. The curtains of the carriage have been drawn, with police officers stationed outside at key locations. However, since Sam doesn't trust the police, you and Celestine make sure the police officers are in plain clothes, ready to take action.
紧张吗？
Celestine walks over and taps on the table in front of you, where documents such as the interview manuscript are placed. I'm okay. I'm ready for it. But I had no idea you were from the police force.
把我们逼到需要隐藏身份的程度，也是一言难尽。这次可不能让黑鼠那些家伙再逃走了。待会儿我得先在外面盯着
I
你，
love
你记得
Celestine.
小心点，有事就多走然后面。
My gosh. I wish we could have gotten an outfit from her, but I understand. She's just a side character. That won't do. I have to escape with Artem. With that, Celestine turns to leave as Artem gets in the carriage, walking over to you.
怎么了？
Nothing. I told Celestine that I would escape with you if anything happens. There is a subtle change in Artem's expression. What was supposed to be a joke is taken seriously by Artem. Artem? Just as you're about to ask, Sam Ryber shows up, clutching the silver safe box in his hands.
我总觉得来的路上好像有人在盯着我。
Sam speaks nervously to you and Artem.
不用担心，你们就照常进行采访。有什么动静不要理会，全力配合我们，不会让你出事的。
You nod. Artem then walks to the back of the carriage to observe the situation outside. Well then, Mr. Ryber, why don't we forget the troublesome matters for a minute and get started with the interview? Take your time with my questions and that will ease your nerves. Leave the rest to the professionals. Sam looks at you, a flash of complicated emotions in his eyes that make you wonder if your eyes played a trick on you. Oh gosh. No! I keep doing this to me. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, it's fine. I keep accidentally kicking it. Mr. Ryber, can you tell us about your life? Like your family? I'm not expecting that question from you. He smiles wryly and moves his hand from the safe box to his forehead.
家人，我有个可怜的正在受苦的小儿子，希望。
Wait, I'm just gonna fix this. Try and... Okay, that hopefully fixed it. Maybe it won't be as loose. Should be fine. Alright, I think the wire should be fine now. Oh, never mind. Wait. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna be hiding the video and trying to fix this. Of course. Okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 sec. Everything should be fine now. Okay. I moved the cord out of the way so I won't be accidentally kicking it or shit. Alright. Suffering? Sam's eyes become sharp as he finishes that sentence.
是，再怎么说，我也要为儿子着想。
It seems Mr. Ryber doesn't like this topic. Now then, if you leave this city, would you still want to work in media?
离开，也要离得开啊！
Sam's hand is clenched, shaking slightly, as if he's nervous about something. You are at a loss. Just as you're about to ask, the carriage shakes violently. At the same time, a deafening explosion echoes from the outside. Oh. You subconsciously couch? You subconsciously couch down. Oh gosh. You have subconsciously crouched down, fearing that another series of explosions might follow. It takes you a moment for your senses to grasp the truth. There aren't any attacks within the train. The distant echoes of frightening gunfire and strife come from outside. Your right ear is buzzing, and you rub it in as you sit up, frowning. Sam is completely freaked out, trying to make a run for the door. You quickly grab him and speak to him as loudly as you can. Mr. Ryber, it's dangerous outside. They'll kill you if you go outside now. However, Sam can hear a word of what you said. He turns his head, a dagger somehow appearing in his hands. He points the dagger at you, which leaves you puzzled.
如果我早点联络上你们，或许今天都会不一样。但是，太晚了。我不想死在这里。我的儿子还在黑鼠的手里，我死了，他怎么办？你们没有胜算的。黑鼠会放过我和我儿子，只要你们死了。如果你再不松手。
What did you say? You're unable to process what you heard when a dagger is thrust toward you. Suddenly, you're pulled backwards by someone. A warm and familiar presence envelops you in an instant.
没事吧？
Artem! Artem, I'm fine. Artem nods as he steadies you. He then quickly runs to the door and shouts outside.
翟星，山姆是黑鼠对付我们的圈套，快拦住他！还有，计划变更为 B， 等会儿掩护我们。
You listen blankly, then you hear Celestine's voice.
好，啊，等等，你认真的？
Artem doesn't respond, or perhaps he's already made up his mind. Without hesitation, he turns and walks towards you. What's plan B?
走吧，等出去找安全的地方说。黑鼠甚至想反过来将我们一网打尽，恐怕等会儿列车就要爆炸了。
Artem protects you as the two of you get out of the carriage. The next moment, you witness a shocking scene. Sam's whole body freezes, still clutching onto the safe box. A blossom of blood erupts from the back of his silver suit. The warm rays of the setting sun falls on his body, which collapses slowly to the ground. At the same time, it reveals Bill, the person who pulled the trigger, as he blows the smoke from his gun with a sneer. You can't help but shudder. Why? It also seems to be the question on Sam's mind as he tries to utter the same word with his final breath.
为什么你按照约定，我还要杀了你？因为我这人从来不守约定的，蠢货。
Blood spurts from Sam's mouth, his hand reaching out desperately to grab Bill's pant leg.
那我儿子，至少我儿子。
你快去死，你们就能在死神的怀抱中见
Damn,
面。
he already killed off his
蠢货
son. No.
你是个魔鬼！
Sam shouts with almost all his strength. Then, for some unknown reason, he suddenly looks in the direction of you and Artem. The next moment, he unexpectedly hurls a blood-stained fountain pen in your direction. Almost without hesitation, you pick it up. In the meantime, you hear Sam shouting again in a hoarse voice.
他才是真正的头目，他才。
And shut. Ruthless gunshots rang out almost out of anger. And at the same time, your eyes are covered instantly by Artem's hand. For some reason, your whole body feels cold, the only warmth coming from the hand that covers your eyes. You can't help but touch his hand gently. Artem, why? Why? He's dead. That person is the leader. You speak incoherently as Artem leans close to you, his hand still covering your eyes. Then he quickly leads you away.
不要看，不要听，
Oh.
什么都不要想，只跟着我走。
Okay. Your voice trembles with that response, and your mind is only left with a firm idea of following Artem. Amidst the chaotic gunfire, the acrid smell of smoke gradually gets fainter. Only when Artem removes his hand from your eyes do you realize that he's taking you to a hidden corner within the carriage.
你还好吗？抱歉，刚刚应该更快把你带走的。
You shake your head, trying to look calm. No, it's not your fault. It never occurred to me that Bill was the leader. By the way, the fountain pen that Mr. Ryber tossed over. Artem receives a pen and wipes the blood from it. Upon opening it, a piece of paper falls out.
这是保险箱的密码。
He gave it to us before he died.
当时山姆提到他儿子，没想到黑鼠居然早就找到了他，还以他儿子为要挟。
Oh, shoot. Artem puts the piece of paper back in the fountain pen and snaps the pen back with a click. He frowns, clenching the fountain pen in his hand.
山姆对黑鼠来说，只是反过来调出我们的工具。只是我万万没想到，所有推测当中概率最小的事情居然发生了。比尔，那个黑鼠的隐藏头目，居然也利用了双重身份这一点。 就在我的眼前。
It isn't too hard to note the sense of remorse in Artem's voice. You consider that possibility?
对，不过这都是因为那一晚与你的对话。我原本还以为是自己太多疑了。
Despite his frowning, there is a determination in his eyes that you can't understand. You can't blame yourself for that. He's too cunning. What should we do next? You mentioned Plan B.
哦，不用担心，我们等。
Artem is about to say something when a figure rushes over with the smell of gunpowder. There's blood on her clothes. Celestine, you've been hit?
我没事，
Oh my
但是
god.
我们又有人牺牲了。那群该死的混蛋！
事已至此，往前走吧。
对了，保险箱的密码怎么办？
Before Mr. Ryber was killed, he tossed this fountain pen to us. The password is inside.
这可真是。
Celestine sighs. Artem then asks a strange question.
东西都准备好了吗？
按照你说的备齐了，但你真的要？
你如果想要让这些年的一切牺牲都白费掉，就尽管阻止我。
What are you guys talking about? Artem takes the safe box in his hand and gives you a long look.
接下来不要出声，我们走暗道，然后迅速去另一个站台搭另一趟列车。到了那边就安全了。
Where are we taking the train to?
去旁边的贝克城，黑鼠的势力还未染指的城市。去了那边也会有人接应。
Okay. You find it odd the way Artem is speaking, almost as if he is giving orders. But the thought of him coming with you puts your mind at ease. Artem and Celestine leads you through a dark tunnel with several twists and turns. Oh my goodness. That gunshot scared me. While moving through the tunnel, you can hear the faint sound of explosions and gunfire not far away. Finally, you arrive at a door. Celestine checks for any commotion outside the door, then goes out first. After making sure it was safe, she signals for you and Artem to follow. Soon, you arrive at the entrance of another carriage.
你们聊吧，我先上去了。
With that, Celestine takes the safe box and the fountain pen on the train. Oh? Why would we need to talk right now? You lift your skirt and step into the carriage. After steadying yourself, you look back at Artem. Artem, what are you waiting for? Get on the train. Oh, we're separating. No, 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 no. However, he stands in place, looking up at you slightly, a profound look in his eyes. A thought rises in your mind as your heart sinks. Artem, are you not coming with me? Ah! No, I need the next act. Don't leave me there. He has to come. Artem, are you not coming with me? The sun is about to set, its light enveloping Artem's face. It makes his expression hard to read. You feel a tightness in your chest, subconsciously wanting to step off the train to see his face better. Suddenly, Artem takes a few steps forward, putting his arm on the train railing, his body preventing you from getting off.
快回去，列车就要开了。
But... Why? At least, give me a reason. With that, you laugh at yourself. How strange. Why do I keep asking you why after meeting you? You hold the railing next to the door. the cold metal sensation seemingly making you alert. That, however, is in vain. Artem reaches out, placing his hand over the back of yours. His slender fingers are dry and warm.
我必须留下，必须回去。只有我才能让黑鼠的人以为，刚刚的消失只是短暂躲避，而不是找到了新的办法。我会跟治安队一起拖延时间，为你们争取机会。否则他们会更加极端，到贝克城去追杀你们。
No.
哦，保险箱里的文件可以作为有力证据。翟青会跟贝克城的治安队沟通，可以调派更多人手过来。
Why not just... A helpless voice from behind you interrupts you.
因为当初抓捕黑鼠出了意外，牺牲了太多的人手，而且当年的那次行动，其实没有确切的证据能证明黑鼠真正的头目那个最要命的危险分子还活着。如果没有证据，也没办法寻求帮助。毕竟自从战争发生后，我们的情况也很复杂。
As Celestine speaks, she passes the safe box past your shoulder to Artem. It looks to be a silver safe
勉强用
box.
吧，只找到了这个，不是特地走近看，应该不会被发现。
应该没问题。
He's... Oh. Artem inspects the safe box before placing it at his feet. What if I go back with the safe box? Artem is stunned for a moment and avoids your gaze.
别说傻话，你没有必要面临这种危险，而且只有我拿着它出现，黑鼠才会。
That's not the real reason, right? Not the real reason why it has to be you. In reality, you're the one the wicked rats are after because... Your justice. The friend you mentioned is just yourself, right?
看来你已经发现了，只是
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, Art. I had my suspicions before, but our recent interactions only made me more sure of it, especially that night we talked about the rain. But there must be an important reason why you just let justice disappear and chose to operate as an information broker, right? Artem smiles, revealing a somewhat relaxed expression.
我原以为如果我不主动露出天平的身份，这个世界上没有人会知晓。哪怕天平真的就此消失，可遇到你以后，我却常常感觉出乎意料。没想到，还能有人这样懂我，看穿我。
The expression on his face is very calm as he says this. The light under his eyes shining.
是，我就是天平。半年前计划出现意外后，我就让天平消失，用了曾经的表面身份情报商，暗中调查。这样行动起来比较方便，也能让我专心搜集各方信息。
Just then, a crew member next to you reminds you that the train is leaving. You look back at Artem once more just to see him stuff a letter in your hands. Just as you're about to say something, a gust of wind nearly blows Artem's hat away. And this is the scene! You quickly hold his hat down and then ask him, A letter? What's in it? Artem looks at you, a smile in his eyes. You seem to see the morning glow in them, a gust of wind under the vast blue sky.
你知道，我是如此不善言辞的人，可不知为何，与你相识以来，我发觉自己的心中有很多很多话，想告诉你。但时间紧迫，我来不及对你说，只能写在信里。
It's okay. I don't mind. I'll read this letter. Artem, will you come to see me again? When will we meet again? Artem is taken aback, surprised by your question. Then he smiles again.
大概会是一个不下雨的天气吧。等到风雨停歇，就是我们快要见面的时刻。
For some reason, the vast blue sky in Artem's eyes seem to getting more and more distant from you, which is strange because he is right in front of you. It's a promise. You have to keep your word. Artem just smiles, not saying anything. You can see thousands of hidden words in his eyes. When the crew member reminds you of the time again, Artem finally asks,
如果以后事情平息，如果我还能，
Could just do one?
你愿意给我一个机会，让我们抛开所有的外在身份，进一步的相处吗？
Oh my gosh, yes! You don't expect such a question from him, and it's hard to describe the surprise and excitement of that moment. But just as you're about to answer, an unknown panic makes you resist. I'll tell you the answer when we meet again. Artem, no matter what, you have to come back safely. You have to see me in person for the answer. So promise me that you'll come back safe, okay?
我答应你。
I'm sorry, I was not expecting him to whisper that I can hear. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The train speeds forward farther and farther away. You still look out the window at the dark figure. Artem gradually becomes a black line, then a black dot in your field of vision, until you can no longer see him. When will we meet again? You sit back in your seat as Celestine bandages the wound on her arm.
下次，或许
What? Before she can finish, there is an explosion in the distance. Ah! No, please. There's no time to react, no time to think. You stand up abruptly and look out the window, even wanting to jump out. In the distance, a trail of black smoke rises in the sky. It seems the train station might have been blown up as flames fly in the air. Oh, no. Why was there an explosion? Did the wicked rats already catch up? What happened? Is Artem okay? Your mind's filled with all questions and no answers. The enormous fears and worries hit you, followed by an overwhelming sense of powerlessness. You collapse in your seat. Celestine is silent beside you, offering no conversation or comfort. Some things don't need to be said. Both of you already know. The explosion causes panic within the carriage and whispers of gratitude the train left before the explosion can be heard. After some time, the sky darkens. You suddenly remember something, moving your stiff hand to take out the letter Artem stuffed in your bag.
左然给你的信。
Celestine asks you softly, as if afraid of disturbing something. Yeah. He said there were things he couldn't say, and wrote them down in a letter. You open the envelope only to find a piece of letterhead strangely blank. But it's empty. Did you give me the wrong one? You flip over the letterhead, and when you see the pattern and writing on the back, you freeze. On the back is a rose drawn with a fountain pen, and it looks very much like the wet rose during your first encounter with Artem. Written below, it is a line that reads, "Love letter to Rose." It's a wordless love letter! Oh my god! In France City, where one's profound love cannot be expressed, the most romantic form of love is a wordless love letter. Oh, she's crying! No, no, no! Rose is crying, no! Artem! An uncontrollable urge rises from within, tears clouding your vision. At this moment, you suddenly understand. Maybe Artem has planned his own sacrifice. You don't know what he was thinking when he prepared this wordless love letter. Was he worried that he wouldn't see you again? Or worried about the things he couldn't say? But just now, you two made a promise. I can't help but look at... Wait, you can't look at Celestine, who has a concerned expression on her face. As an information broker, Artem must stay true to his word, right?
没错。
So we will meet again someday. Someday. We made a promise. I think he'll keep his promise and definitely come to meet me, right? Celestine almost chokes in response to you. You smile as you put the wordless love letter back in its envelope. Then you lean on her shoulder, overcome with drowsiness. Perhaps you'll see Artem when you wake up. A year later! Oh my god, we get time skip, thank you. I didn't want it to end sad. The last of the wicked rats has been apprehended. Investigative reports on the incident are published on the front pages of major newspapers every 2 days. The name of the story is quite special. Justice and Rose! For a time, people speculated and engaged in heated debates, which caused quite a stir all over France City. On a clear day, the golden sunlight streams through the window, shining on the typewriter and pen on the desk. Not far away is an envelope carefully wrapped in a see-through file pocket. As you're reading today's newspaper, you hear the sound of the telegraph and head over, newspaper still in hand. Another message asking me for an interview? Shall I accept it? Just then, you hear someone knocking at the door. Hold on, coming. When you're about to open the door, you ask out of caution, "Who is it?"
送信的。
Oh. Hey, wait. This voice! He's here! Meanwhile, you have already opened the door. A gust of wind blows, and you can't help cover your mouth in surprise. You can't believe the familiar figure standing before you. The newspaper in your hand falls to the ground at some point. One of the scattered pages read, "Justice and Rose!" Oh my god, it's beautiful! Oh, there's messages as well. Shoot, I need to read the messages. Okay, after story, after story,
终
after
于来
story.
了。你最近比我还忙，先休息一下吧。一会儿我们去吃饭。
Wait. We can interact? Why have I never done these stories before? I haven't done any of these stories before. What? Huh? What? No. I should do these stories now, man. Oh my gosh, I did not know. There's after story? I should do the event cards now, man. Wait.
因为不知道什么时候会下雨，所以经常带着。而且除了挡雨，它也有其他用处。比如遇到危险的时候，可以用来抵抗，甚至出其不意，达到反制的效果。 还好，不算太经常。说起来，你倒是和我相反，经常忘记带伞。比如我们第一次相遇的时候。不要太苦恼，反正我随时都带着伞。如果你愿意的话，我可以。我的意思是，我这里有很多这样的雨伞，如果哪天你忘了带，可以随时拿去用。
We share, okay?
你还记得1年前我问你的那个问题吗？
Yes. Yes.
那么，我想郑重的再次问你，你愿意给我一个机会，让我们抛开所有的外在身份，进一步的相处吗？
Yes.
不，应该更进一步。你愿意给我一个陪在你身边，以男友的身份为你撑伞的机会吗？
Yes. Yes. Come on, yes.
还是有些突然吗？没关系，等到你想清楚了，再告诉我答案就好。我愿意一直等下去。
No, it's my answer. I already have my answer. Yes. What's intimate reaction? What? Okay, so we move. Okay, move back to France City.
啊，没有，只是习惯了，就忘了摘。你想看的话，等会儿我去旁边摘掉，稍微整理一下头发再让你看，不然可能会有点乱。
I want to see your messy hair.
只是在你面前，
Ah.
会在意。这个吗？啊，不是，当时我也不知道选什么好，就买了离手边最近的一款。
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, I need to do the other cards sooner or later. Probably not now because it's been like almost 5 hours since I've been streaming. So I'll do it another time. But like,
如果可以的话，下次买胸针，我可以
Oh
邀
my
请你
gosh,
跟我
it
一
makes
起
me
去挑选吗？我很想听听你的意见。
oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. There you go. Oh, that was great. I loved that. I loved every part of that. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm really gonna stop it here though. And I'll probably stop stream here. I could do the other cards. If I have it, wait. It should be here. Yeah. So I've already done Artem. So probably the next one I'll do. I'm interested in seeing Vince because Vince's card is pretty. The helicopter as well, excuse me. But yeah. I'll do them. Alright. But that's all for today then, I guess. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed that so much. Oh my god, I love the cards. I never knew that there's a private after story. Oh my gosh, now I need to do removal. Wait, how many of them? How many of them actually have it? Is it the event ones? It seems like it's the event cards. Damn, I should have collected all the event cards then. Damn, I missed my chance. Missed my chance to get event cards. Aww. Oh well. Okay. It's fine. It's all good. Alright. But yeah, I'll end it here. That was so much fun. Ah, 20,000. I love it. That was
大家尽
great.
量避免和刘伟接触，以免节外生枝。
Alright, I'm gonna end it here though. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.